welcome to another special edition of Doomsday Ducks Fan Report. Today we are going to talk about both of the games that the Ducks played this weekend. The first game on Saturday against the Arizona Coyotes, which they lost 2-1, and the second game on Sunday against the Boston Bruins, which they lost 3-1. Alright, let's head over to Slap Happy McDick for an analysis of how the Ducks played. Thanks. I'm so happy to be back, DDF. So, let me ask you something. 31 between two games. You thinking shots? That'd be kind of bad. So you don't want to do that. 31 face-offs won? Not the best. You probably took more than 62, so... But, penalty in minutes? 31? Between two games? Man. Oh, that is the one thing this team kept from last year that just gives me an aneurysm every time I watch them. The lack of discipline with this team is so obvious that other teams will be able to get away with penalties because the Ducks probably committed 3 or 4 infractions on that play anyways. I'm not blaming the refs. There's been a few times where I haven't really agreed with the calls. There's been a few times where the refs have given the Ducks a break and given them a power play. Which, 31 penalty minutes, not great. Especially when you're one of the better 5-on-5 teams. You really don't want to be shorthanded. And thinking the Ducks are the bottom half of the league in penalty kill to start the season, they've been struggling real bad. Taking penalties, bad penalty kill, and we wonder why we lost both games this weekend. Another thing with this team. The shots they take are far too clean looks. Far too clean looks. The goalie sees it the entire way. I like how the team is cycling the puck and keeping pressure in the zone. We didn't get to see that last year from the Ducks, really. I think the most amount of zone time that they had at one time was like 10 or 15 seconds. And yeah, that's a lot, but I think that's happened 2 or 3 times already this season, and I feel like it only happened like once, maybe twice last year. This team is far improved. But man, the growing pains hurt. And another thing, this one isn't that much related to the game. This one's kind of about the Ducks organization. You gotta be transparent with what you're doing. I get it. The Leo Carlson stuff, cool. You want to rest him early on so this dude can play like 23 minutes a night at the end of the season. I get it. It's actually a decent way to welcome this kid into the league. Ease him in, don't have him play back-to-backs in the early part of the season, but then once he's eased in and he's used to the workload, Cronin has said he wants him to be a horse. But the Ducks played in Arizona on Saturday, where Leo played. The Ducks played in Anaheim, where Leo didn't play on Sunday. That's an issue. Those need to be swapped. You need to not have Leo play on the road, and you need to have him play at home. The Ducks are one of the bottom half teams in sales tickets, and when you sit the number 2 overall pick on the second half of a back-to-back, on a home game, you're going to piss a lot of people off when you tell them 30 minutes before that he's sitting. If you guys said, I don't know, 3 hours before the game that Leo wasn't going to play, I feel like a lot more people would be understandable at the very least. But again, you should be having him play the home of the back-and-back, or the back-to-back, not the away part. Let the home fans see the number 2 overall pick. The away fans will see him for years and years and years as he's scoring on. Well, that's all I really got for you. McTavish looked Zegras looked really good on the forecheck. Frank Petrano scoring like a fucking tank again. Minchikov looks good still. That dude's going to stay in the league the entire year. I would be incredibly surprised if he ends up getting sent back down to the CHL or even the AHL. Either way, expect to see a lot more time from Minchikov. Dude is 19 years old and he's playing like he's 29, man. Dude acts like he's been in the league for years and years. And to be honest, Ducks needed a player like this for a long time. And kind of feels like the meme from The Emperor's New Groove. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Alright, well, that's really all I gotta say. Now back to you, DDF. Thank you so much for that report, Slap Happy. I really appreciate it. Oh, that's horrible. Thank you so much for that report, Slap Happy. Some other notes. The Ducks in those two games had a combined 64 shots, meaning they averaged 32 shots each game. Funny enough, Greg Cronin wasn't happy about this. And you would think, oh, well, he wants just better shots. No, he wants more shots. The Ducks could have had 40 shots on goal against the Bruins, is what Greg Cronin said. And he was kind of upset that they didn't shoot as much as they did. I love this coach. Already, I love this coach. The defensive play has been so much better. So much better already. Zegras on the forecheck has been amazing. Terry has always been good on the forecheck, but watching the rest of this team, the fact that they are pinching all the time to keep the puck in the offensive zone, this team is completely different from last year. The Ducks are smart with their plays. The Ducks are crafty. The Ducks are physical. And the best thing about it, this team has room to improve. This team is hanging with the Dallas Stars, with the Vegas Golden Knights, with the Boston Bruins, with the Carolina Hurricanes. That's 4 teams right there who are all up there for at least playoff contention, if not cup contention. A few other notes to support how well the Ducks have been playing. The Ducks have won 3 out of the 5 games in expected goals for. So again, we talk about the process, and expected goals is the process. If the Ducks are winning games based off of expected goals, then that's what I want to see this year. I don't care about the results right now. The expected goals are what we're looking at. The results will come with time. And again, gotta keep telling ourselves this. It's going to come. We may not be competitive this year. We may not. The Ducks play competitively, but competitive for the playoffs, I don't know if the Ducks are there yet. This team is moving in the right direction, and to be completely honest, this rebuild looks like it's going to go a lot quicker than a lot of people expected. People questioned Cronin for the longest time, but guys, we're seeing the results now. They were like, look, he was a good coach in Colorado's AHL system. He was. But we don't know how he's going to translate. His system, translating into the NHL, has won the Ducks 3 out of 5 of their expected goals battles. And to be completely honest, 3 out of 5 against Vegas, Dallas, Carolina, frickin' Boston, and Arizona. Only one of those the Ducks really should have won the expected goals for battle, and that's Arizona. They did win that. The other 2, Carolina and Boston, both of those Stanley Cup contenders. The only teams that they really struggled against were the Dallas Stars and the Vegas Golden Knights. And both of those games, they kept close. Again, the process is there. The results will come. Alright, that about wraps up our weekend report on the Ducks games. The Ducks play again on Tuesday in Columbus against the Blue Jackets and Adam Fantilli. The Ducks game on Tuesday in Columbus is actually going to be a little bit earlier than most other games. Most other games start at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is 5 Mountain Time, 6 Central Time, and 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Today, or Tuesday, my apologies, the Ducks will be playing at 3:30 Pacific Time, 4:30 Mountain Time, 5:30 Central Time, and 6:30 Eastern Time. The game is going to be on Bally Sports. The game is going to be on ESPN Plus for anybody who doesn't have access to Bally Sports West. And for those of you who don't understand why this game is so important, Adam Fantilli was taken 3rd overall. Leo Carlsson was taken 2nd overall. This is the 2nd overall pick versus the 3rd overall pick, who arguably, people said that Adam Fantilli should have gone 2nd, and the Ducks should have Adam Fantilli instead of Leo Carlsson. The Ducks went with Leo Carlsson, and now they're playing against Adam Fantilli. Currently, Adam Fantilli has as many goals as Leo Carlsson. He has 1 more assist, but he has 3 or 4 more games played. It'll be very fun. It'll be very fun to see these two players go at it. And with what I've seen from Leo so far, I haven't really been able to watch Fantilli yet, but from what I've seen from Leo, I wouldn't be surprised if this dude gets a goal, an assist, maybe both. We'll see. Alright, that is it for this DDFR. I appreciate everybody who comes and watches. Hit that like button if you like what you saw. Hit that subscribe button if you really like it. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.